Hey guys, welcome back to another Bitcoin technical analysis video. If you are new to this channel, welcome. So happy to have you here. My name is Sarah, and on this channel, I teach how to trade and invest in cryptocurrency. I also make quick technical analysis videos like this. Most of my analysis tend to be accurate. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell to stay updated whenever I post the next video. So yes, guys, I believe that Bitcoin could go to 13,000 if this happens, okay? I'm going to talk about this pattern that I saw on the chart here. So if you want to find out, make sure you watch this video to the end. All right, so let's jump right into the chart here to see what is happening. So currently Bitcoin is trading at 20,500. This is kind of like a surprise because just few days ago, Bitcoin was trading way below that, right? And the reason for that was because Bitcoin ended up breaking out of this trend line. So on my last week analysis, I mentioned this trend line that Bitcoin was forming here on the 4-hour time frame. And my prediction was that if this trend line gets broken, then we should expect to see Bitcoin drop all the way down to like 17,000. You can see here, Bitcoin ended up breaking this trend line, okay, like a few days ago. However, Bitcoin started retracing back up after doing that. And that was like, you know, unexpected. But after this retracement, we got a bearish candle that brought Bitcoin all the way down to like 18,800. And then after that, we started retracing. And then we ended up breaking back into the trend line, which again was unexpected. Okay, so basically what I expected to see was, when we break out of this trend line, okay, the price was going to start falling back lower. That is basically what's normally supposed to happen. When a trend line gets violated, the market is supposed to start moving the opposite direction, okay? And in this case, it was supposed to be to the downside, but instead we started going up. And yeah, which is a bit strange, but I'm kind of here, I'm looking at it deeper. And if you look at the volume here, you'll see the buying volume started decreasing. So like the moment Bitcoin broke back into this trend line, the buying volume started decreasing, and then it started increasing again here, but then it's decreasing. So the buying volume is also kind of acting strange. And that is one sign that Bitcoin is getting ready for a big move to the downside. Just because the buying volume is acting strange like this, it's like going up and then it would decrease and then go up again and then decrease. So that's one sign that a move lower is getting near. Okay, so Bitcoin is preparing for a big move to the downside. Now, the biggest resistance that Bitcoin needs to break is 22,500. Okay, this is the big resistance that Bitcoin needs to break in order for it to move higher. And until that happens, I am still going to be bearish on Bitcoin. Now let's jump to the daily time frame and talk about this pattern here that I noticed on the daily time frame, which I believe if it gets broken, this might bring Bitcoin all the way down to like the next support, which is like around 13,000. Okay, if this actually happens. So basically on the daily time frame here, we see Bitcoin repeating a pattern that it formed just like back in what, May, June. Yeah, so back in May, so where I have circled here, okay, this was the pattern that Bitcoin have formed in May. And right now we are in July, and it looks like Bitcoin is starting to form a very similar pattern. And if you see, Once this pattern got broken, okay, once Bitcoin broke out of that pattern, the result was to the downside. Okay, Bitcoin just started crashing, and we crashed from 30,000 all the way to 20,000. That's like a 10,000 drop. So if this pattern is repeating on the current chart here, okay, then there's a high chance Bitcoin could drop all the way down to like 13,000. It could go lower, okay, just because in this pattern here, the price did drop by like 10,000. So if it followed the same amount here, the crash would be like to 10,000, okay? So what is the pattern? I'm going to show you guys here. Okay, so this is the pattern you see here, okay? When Bitcoin started falling, okay, it started falling, and then we found support like around 26,000, okay? And if you look over here to this pattern here that is currently being formed, we crashed, right? And then we found support, just like we found support over here in the previous pattern, right? And then after that support, what ended up happening, Bitcoin started moving high. If you look at the current pattern here, we have formed the same thing. Bitcoin started going high. After that move high, what happened? We started dropping. Similar to here, we started dropping. After that drop, we formed a higher low, okay? Just like here, we have formed a higher low. And then after that, we started moving high, right? And just like the previous pattern, we started moving high, but we didn't go high enough, okay? And then we dropped again. Just like here, we dropped. And then we started moving high. So we did that about like 3 times, okay? We moved up 3 times. After the 3rd time, that was when Bitcoin finally could no longer go up. Instead, it just started crashing, okay? But before that crash happened, we had this long hammer here, okay? This hammer candle. And basically, this hammer candle was previewing the future, what was going to happen, okay? The market sentiment was bearish, and because of that, the price went on to close up this gap here, and the price just started falling lower. In this current chart here, okay, where Bitcoin is at right now, we might not see this hammer candle like we saw here. We might or we might not see it, but either way, the point is, if Bitcoin closes below 19,000 once more on the daily time frame, okay, if we get a close below 19,000, I would say below 19,200, okay, that there could bring Bitcoin to crash all the way to 13,000, okay? If Bitcoin is basically repeating the similar pattern, this is what I see happening. Otherwise, if this doesn't happen, then in order for Bitcoin to continue moving higher, it needs to get a daily candle close above 22,500. This is what I am seeing. So I'll be very careful here longing Bitcoin, just because it might be another potential bull trap. So to safely long Bitcoin, I would just wait to see a daily candle close above 22,500. Then I would be more confident in that. And also we need to see the volume increase when that happens, right? If we get a break above 22,500, we want to see it with high volume. We want to see that move be with high volume. So right now you can see the candle, the daily candle that just closed not too long ago, it actually closed with a decreased volume, okay, compared to the daily candle of July 13. That was a high volume. And then this one here that just closed, it closed with a low volume. that is already one signal. The volume is already started to decrease, just like over here, right? Over here, the volume started decreasing. The moment that started happening, that is when the sell volume started to increase. And then we saw the crash to 20,000, the crash from 30,000 to 20,000. So guys, this is the analysis that I have for you guys for today. So I will end it here for today. This was going to be a very short analysis because yeah, I'm kind of tired. I don't want to go too deep into it, but yeah, I hope you guys found some value out of this. If you did, hit that like button. I truly appreciate it. And also subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.